On March 27th, 2019, PewDiePie was passed as the most subscribed YouTube channel, and a month later, he officially ended the biggest subscriber war in YouTube history.
I think it's time to end the subscribe to PewDiePie movement.
Even though PewDiePie eventually lost the war, overall it was a huge success, and one of the reasons why was MrBeast.
Today, we are gonna rob this house!
I mean, the guy literally advertised PewDiePie at the Dane Super Bowl, but what I want to focus on for this video is how MrBeast went from helping PewDiePie beat T-Series to eventually beating T-Series himself. After the PewDiePie T-Series war, MrBeast would start to experience insane growth, which would launch him into becoming one of the biggest creators on the platform. This was driven by the absolute insanity that went into his videos, as yes, in 2024 we're used to MrBeast blowing up Lamborghinis and all that jazz. But rest assured, when I saw MrBeast tip a pizza delivery driver an entire house back in the day, I lost my marbles. I was like, who does that? Well, at least who would do that back then. Milestone-wise, he would hit over 20 million subscribers this year, which would lead him to starting Team Trees, an organization that will contribute 20 million trees being planted on this earth. 2020 was the first year MrBeast started to run the platform, and what I mean is that he would average more monthly views and subscribers than like every other channel on the platform. Not to mention, everybody started copying him this year as well. Yes, 2020 was the birth of MrBeast clones, as if that year needed another reason to be hated. Video ideas got crazier, his budget went up, and his statistics gradually increased as well. Milestone-wise, he hit over 40 million subscribers. In 2020, MrBeast was the biggest creator on the platform. There's no doubt about that, but other creators like Dream could at least still compete with him. In 2021, however, the competition simply did not exist, and no channel could even come close to MrBeast's success. I mean, this is the first year he gained 700 million views in a single month, which is something even PewDiePie, the previous king of YouTube, was never able to do himself. Video-wise, he started doing stuff that was viewed as impossible for YouTubers to do, like recreating sets from Squid Games to simulate the show in real life, as only movie studios had the ability to do such a thing until MrBeast came around and rewrote the rules. Put simply, MrBeast was untouchable this year. Milestone-wise, he hit over 80 million subscribers. Now up until this point, every year was huge growth for MrBeast, but for the first 9 months of 2022, MrBeast actually declined statistically. And that's not to say he wasn't still the king of YouTube, but at the very least, he was not untouchable during that time frame, and was even surpassed in monthly viewership by Ryan Trahan in June of that year. Video-wise, MrBeast slowly started experimenting with different ideas like these, and even though his ideas wouldn't grow his channel in 2022, they started to dominate in the following year. Overall, a very mediocre year for MrBeast standards. And if it weren't for his first 1 billion viewed month, which happened in December of that year, I would have even said that 2022 was a bad year for him. Emphasis on for him, as 300 million views a month for any other creator would be a dream scenario. Milestone-wise, he hit over 120 million subscribers. While 2022 could have been better, 2023 was the exact opposite, as MrBeast went hyperbolic despite already being the largest creator on the platform. And here's what I mean by that. In 2021, MrBeast had 0 months with over 1 billion views. But in 2023, MrBeast had only 2 months with less than 1 billion views. I mean, that's just craziness beyond belief. Before this year, MrBeast was known as one of the most famous internet celebrities. But 2023 launched him into superstardom that only few people in history have ever experienced. Like seriously, I'm not kidding when I say that he's probably only a tier below the likes of a Napoleon or Martin Luther King Jr. figure. Milestone-wise, he hit over 220 million subscribers. June 2nd, 2024. That day will go down in history as the day MrBeast became the most subscribed YouTube channel of all time. The journey to get there was not easy, But it was never supposed to be easy, and everything thought to be impossible was made possible by this one single man. For any veteran of the PewDiePie T-Series war, this victory feels oh so sweet, as MrBeast was literally the guy who helped PewDiePie more than any other person in the world, and without him, the war would have lasted much shorter. So now watching him overtake T-Series and officially becoming the most subscribed channel on the platform is literally something made out of movies. I'm sure there's some important lesson to get out of this video, but I'm too lazy to do any more editing. So just make something up and hopefully it influences you. That's all.